आशादिपदार्थास्तु यथा पूर्वं भवन्त्विह संकल्पोऽस्ति ततो ज्ञेया व्यावहारिकसत्यता. The question was whether the sankalpas of Atma are satya in the paramarthika sense, in the absolute sense. Answer is no. It is not so. Such sankalpas of Atma, being the product of Maya, that is Mayika, or what is called as Maya Karya, these sankalpas are equally false like Maya, which itself is false in nature. And so, these sankalpas do not bring Dvaita limitations in Advaya Brahma, because the sankalpas have no paramarthika satyatva, and therefore Advaita Hani, or the loss of Advaita nature of Brahma, is not there. This is clarified by the last phrase of this stanza, Tato Jneya Vyavaharika Satyata Tataha, means therefore. What is that therefore? Means because of sankalpa being Maya Karya. Because the sankalpa is Maya Karya, therefore the Satyata, the Satyata is to be known, Jneya is to be known as only Vyavaharika Satyata. It is only at the Satyatva, Satyata, that being true. What is being true? Sankalpas of Atma as Ishvara being true has got only Vyavaharika Satyata, that is transactional Satyata, truthfulness, and not the Paramarthiki Satyata. It is not Paramarthiki Satyata in the sense these sankalpas are not true in the absolute sense, but only in terms of Vyavahara. The subsequent phrases from Prajapati statement are Saha Anveshtavyaha, Saha Vidijñāsitavyaha. These two phrases are being now commented upon by Vidyaranya Muni in these forthcoming two stanzas, 8 and 9. In 8 we find the meaning of Saha Anveshtavyaha. Saha means that Atma, Anveshtavyaha, Anveshaha, has to be investigated, has to be sought after. So that Anveshtavyaha. This is explained in stanza 8, whereas in 9, Saha Vidijñāsitavyaha, that Atma has to be directly recognized. Let us see. Stanza 8. Anvesha Paramatmayam Maya Tatkarya Lakshitaha Guru Shastra Krito Bodha Tasyan Veshanamujyate. Andvaya. Maya Tatkarya Lakshitaha Ayam Paramatma Anveshaha. Ayam Paramatma Anveshaha. What is Anveshanam? Explained in the second line. Guru Shastra Kritaha Bodhaha Tasya अन्वेषणम् उच्यते, तस्य अन्वेषणम् उच्यते। अयम परमात्मा, this Paramatma, what is to be done? Anveshaha, to be sought, to be investigated. What type of Paramatma it is? Maya Tatkarya Lakshitaha. Lakshitaha, indicated as Lakshartha, as implied sense by Maya and Tatkarya. Maya, the creative power. Tatkarya is Mayayaha Karya, Maya Karya. Means this Paramatma, who is nothing but our true nature, Atma, who is indicated by Maya, the creative power, and its effect, the Jagat, Tatkarya, Maya Tatkarya, Anveshaha, to be investigated. How is it possible to investigate? That is explained in the second line. Guru Shastra Kritaha Bodhaha. So the Bodha, the knowledge, it is gained through the teaching of Guru based on the Shastras. So the Guru has no freedom to tell something from one's own pocket. So always the Vedantic teaching must be strictly in accordance with the Shastras, the Upanishads, or Bhagavad Gita, etc., Smritis, which are based on Upanishads. So, Guru Shastra Kritaha Bodhaha, knowledge that is gained through the teaching of the Guru based on the Shastra. Tasya, that is what is called that type of knowledge gained through the Shastra, gained through the Guru's teaching of Shastra. Tasya Paramatmanaha, that type of knowledge is what? Of Paramatma, Atma. Anveshanam Uchyate. Anveshanam Uchyate is called as Anveshana, seeking after or investigation of Atma Swarupa. Here let us see how Bhashyakara has commented upon this Anveshtavya. In Bhashya we find, Bhashya of Chandogya, Anveshtavya. The Bhashyakara gives the same meaning. Shastracharyopadeshaihi jnatavyaha. Jnatavyaha should be known. How? Shastracharyopadeshaihi. Shastracharyopadeshaihi, by the Upadesha, the teaching of Acharya based on Shastra. So now here, two phrases are used for discovery of Atma Swarupa. Saha Anvishtavyaha, Saha Vijidnyasitavyaha. This is in the sense how Lord Krishna uses the two phrases in Bhagavad Gita, Jnana and Vijnana. Actually, the word Jnana itself should suffice, which means the complete knowledge of a given thing. But at times, a mere information gained from the Shastra is mistaken as the knowledge without the direct cognition, without the Sakshatkara or without Aparoksha Jnana. To make it very, very clear, at places the Vijnana Shabda is brought to restrict the Jnana only to the knowledge or information gained through the Shastra. So the same method is adopted here by using the two different phrases, Saha Anveshtavyaha, Saha Vijidnyasitavyaha. So, what is that Vijidnyasa? Let us see. Tatonubhutya Vijnatum Eshtavyo Nirodhataha Dhyayan Yuktya Cha Manvanaha Swatmanubhavamapnuya. Anvaya Tataha Anubhutya Vijnatum Eshtavyaha धी निरोधतः ध्यायन् युक्ता च मन्वानः स्वात्मानुभवम् आप्नुयात्। स्वात्मानुभवम् आप्नुयात्। Tataha. Tataha means after Anveshana. How Anveshana? By gaining the Guru Shastra Krita Bodha. And is it not sufficient that whatever you pick up some information from the Shastra, that may be nowadays information technology, all information, but no transformation. So it is not what is meant, because see, I am samsari, I am subjected to sorrows. Is this our paroksha bhranti? See, it is bhranti. Why? Shastra declares that our swarupa is free from samsara. It is paramanda swarupa, free from jana, marana, free from samsara, free from sorrow. And yet we do experience moment by moment the limitations of samsara, the sorrows. So is it paroksha? That do you infer, I think I am sorrowful? Is it that way? No, it is directly experienced. If that is the case, the aparoksha bhranti, the bhranti, the erroneous experiences that I am samsari, which is directly experienced by me, cannot be removed by paroksha jnana, by indirect knowledge that my true nature must be free from samsara, etc. So that is not going to help. That is necessary in the first instance for further pursuit of inquiry and direct discovery. But by that itself, the goal is not reached, and therefore here Vijnana is brought here. So therefore tataha, after the Guru Shastra Krita Bodha is gained, thereafter Anubhutya Vijnatum Eshtavya, by Anubhuti, by Anubhava, by Atma Anubhava, by Brahma Anubhava, by what is called as Aparoksha Anubhava, by direct experience, Vijnatum Eshtavya. One should aspire for gaining the Vijnana, the Sakshatkara, the direct cognition. The phrase tataha anubhutya vijnatum eshtavyaha means anubhavatmakam jnanam ityartha. The knowledge of Atma culminates in aparoksha anubhava of Atma, and nothing short of it in terms of picking up some information bits. To accomplish this, the Guru Shastra Kritaha Bodhaha, referred to in earlier stanza, has to be gained as specified there. Then what needs to be done further? Dhi nirodhataha dhyayan. Dhi nirodha. Nirodha is control. You must have heard yogastu chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga, there in Patanjali Sutra, means samadhi. Samadhi is gained by chitta vritti nirodha, by control of the chitta vritti's thoughts. So here, dhi nirodhata, dhi stands for chitta vritti. By controlling the vrittis, antakarana vrittis that crop up, so by that dhyayan, contemplating on Atma Swarupa, meditating on Atma Swarupa. So, dhi nirodhataha dhyayan refers to nididhyasanam. The earlier Guru Shastra Kritaha Bodhaha means Shravanam. With the Shravanam of Shastra, with the teaching of Guru. So here, now, dhi nirodhataha dhyayan. So by meditating on one's own Swarupa, that is having taken to Nididhyasana, Shravana, Nididhyasana were accounted. So Manana is left out. That Manana also reflection on the teaching to clear off all the doubts that also is necessary. Yuktya cha manvanaha. Yuktya cha manvanaha means one has to take to manana by yukti, reasoning. Yuktya cha manvanaha refers to mananam, reflection based on yukti, the reasoning, tarka. But what type of reasoning, what type of tarka? Shruti sammata tarka. A reasoning tarka in accordance with the Shruti. So, manvanaha. So that means Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Here order may be first Shravana was told, then Nididhyasana and Manana. There is no such order because all these three have to be taken to simultaneously. So they have to be taken to together and not only Shravana, etc. So this is clarified by Adi Shankaracharya in his commentary on Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, wherein he emphasizes the need for collective and sustained practice of these three means. Three means Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. There the Bhashya in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 2.4.5 reads like this. Yada ekatvam etani. Etani refers to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Sadhanani. Yada ekatvam etani upagatani tada samyak darshanam brahmaikatva vishayam prasidati na anyatha shravana matrena. It means the thorough knowledge of one's own identity with Brahma, that is Jiva Brahma Aikya, is clear or bears fruit, prasidati, bears fruit, when these three, namely Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana, are united or combined and not otherwise by only self-inquiry, that is by only, not by only Shravanam. Brihadaranyaka Bhashya 2.4.5. In this manner, the Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana have to go together collectively in a sustained, with a sustained practice. So, and in this manner, what should be done? By Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. So, this is the result that is to be gained. Svatmanubhavam apnuya. So, one has to gain, accomplish Svatmanubhava, the direct Anubhava, Aparoksha Anubhava of Atma Swarupa. So, that is why, so first, Anveshtavyaha refers to Guru Shastra Krita Bodha in terms of the knowledge picked up from the Shastra based on Guru's teaching. So the same thing has to be directly verified in terms of Svatma Anubhava. So here Shankaracharya comments on this Vijidnyasitavyam. Actually stanza 9 is elaboration of Vijidnyasitavyam. There in the Bhashya of Chandogya, Bhashyakara explains Vijidnyasitavya like this. Visheshena jnatum eshtavyaha swa samvedyatam apadayitavyaha swa samvedyatam apadayitavyaha. Visheshena jnatum eshtavyaha, not simply to be known. Visheshena, excessively, in abundance, in terms of nishtha, aparokshataha, jnatum eshtavyaha, one should aspire to gain the knowledge with direct cognition. That is further explained. Swa samvedyatam apadayitavyaha. Swa samvedyatam means samvedyata is recognition. So one should accomplish Apadayitavya to be should be accomplished, should be attained. One should accomplish or attain the recognition, the direct cognition of its own Swarupa, means Atma Swarupa should be directly cognized, what is called as Sakshat Karaniyam. So therefore this way, so the direct cognition of Anubhava of Atma Swarupa is indispensable to dispel the Bhranti, the erroneous notion that I am samsari, this is because of ignorance. As we are seeing, aparoksha Bhranti of samsara can go only by aparoksha Anubhava, aparoksha Jnana, and not by paroksha Jnana. This is made clear at many places in the Bhashya of Bhagavad Gita and also Sutra Bhashya. Let us see few instances. Gita chapter 3, stanza 41. There Krishna describes the kama, the desire, as jnana vijnana nashanam, the one who destroys jnana and vijnana. Now the two words are there, jnana and vijnana. What is meant by jnana and vijnana? Bhashyakara explains that Gita chapter 3 stanza 41 Bhashya, jnanam is shastrataha acharyataha cha atmadinam avabodha, the knowledge of Atma, etc., gained how? Shastrataha acharyataha cha atmadinam avabodha. Here it was described as Guru Shastra Kritaha Bodha. This is Jnanam. What is Vijnanam? Vijnanam means Bhashya Visheshataha Tadanubhavaha. Whatever Jnana that is gained, Tasya Jnanasya, of that knowledge, Visheshataha Anubhava, excessive in abundance Anubhava. So that is what is called as Vijnanam. Again, in the Bhashya of Gita chapter 7, stanza 2, Jnanam teham savijnanam is there. So I am going to teach you now Jnana along with Vijnana. So what is Jnana? As already seen, Shastrartha Jnana. What is Savijnanam? Svanubhava Sanyuktam Jnanam. Knowledge which is coupled by one's own direct experience. So this way Jnana, Vijnana go together. Even in Sutra Bhashya also we find, first in the second sutra of first chapter, first pada, Janmadhyasya Yataha, there he says, Brahma Jnana has to culminate in Anubhava. So the Bhashya reads as, Anubhavavasanatvat bhutavastu vishayatvacha brahmajnanasya. Brahmajnana has got avasana, final, culmination in what? Anubhava, and it refers to bhutavastu vishayatvat. Bhutavastu is nitya siddha vastu, already existing thing which is indestructible. So that is Anubhavavasanatva. Brahmajnana culminates in Anubhava, otherwise it is only Paroksha Jnana and not Aparoksha Jnana. So in the Sutra Bhashya also, further in 4th chapter, 1st part, 2nd Sutra, Lingacha, the context is Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana have to be repeatedly taken to until the Brahmajnana, which is based on the Anubhava, is gained. The first sutra there is Avrittihi Asakrit Upadesha. One has to take to Avritti, repetition, repeated practice of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Why? Asakrit Upadesha, the teaching is repeated. Even Tattvamasi, etc. were repeated until the direct knowledge is gained. So for that, the second sutra is Lingacha. We do have certain signs in the Upanishad that Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana has to be taken to repeatedly until that aparoksha, anuparoksha jnana is there. So there, Shankaracharya says, yes, repetition is not necessary for a person who taught once as you are Brahma Swarupa is directly able to gain the Atma Anubhava then and there without any delay. If that is not possible, until that Atma Anubhava is gained, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana will have to be repeated too in terms of repeated practice. There the Bhashya runs as Bhaved Avrityanarthakyam Tam Prati. Certainly, Tam Prati, to such a person, Avritti, repeated practice of Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana is redundant. Who is that person? Such a person. Yaha, the one who Tattvamasi iti sakruduktam eva. Once taught that you are Brahma Swarupa, Tattvamasi iti, and with that teaching that is given once, what is he able to accomplish? Brahmatmam Brahmatmanam Anubhavitum Shaknuya. So Brahmatma Swarupa, the one who is able to directly experience the Brahma which is the Atma Swarupa, Brahmatmanam Anubhavitum Shaknuya, is capable of experiencing directly. Once taught you are Brahma Swarupa, he is able to trigger off in terms of the Anubhava of Atma Swarupa which is Brahma directly. If this is not possible, in the case of those persons is not possible, for whom this is not possible, he says, Yastu na shaknoti. Just like that, one who is not able to gain the Brahmatma Anubhava, for such a person tam prati upayujyate eva avrittihi. Avrittihi, repetition. Repetition of what? The Atma, this Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is upayujyate eva, is certainly useful. So therefore, repeated practice of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is necessary until the Atma Anubhava is gained. So this is what Bhashyakara clarifies at different places, and many more places also it is clarified. If one thinks that this is not correct and it is wrong, the court of appeal is Bhashyakara. So one has settled the account with Bhashyakara only. So that be the case. So in the Saha Anveshtavyaha Kurushastra Bodha Saha Vijidnyasitavyaha Svatma Anubhava is to be gained. Fine, with all these efforts, so the Guru Shastra Krita Bodha coupled with Svatma Anubhava is gained. What is the phala result I am going to get? Shruti, the Prajapati statement, further continues to make us know the phala of gaining such knowledge with Svatma Anubhava. It reads, Saha sarvanscha lokan apnoti sarvanscha kama. 871 Chandogya. Saha, such a person who has got this Svatma Anubhava, who has done the Anveshana, and one who has already accomplished the Vijidnyasa, Vijnana, and accomplished the Vijnana, one who has accomplished both Jnana Vijnana, he is going to get this result. Sarvanscha lokan apnoti, he gains all lokas, he is able to accomplish all lokas. Not only that, sarvanscha kaman, cha stands for apnoti. He is able to accomplish all desires in the sense kamas, as will be seen in the Anubhuti Prakasha now, refers to Vishayananda. He is able to accomplish all Vishayananda he is able to gain the ananda of all Vishayas. That is what is told him. He has got the ananda of all Vishayas, in the sense his ananda is something that is unsurpassed, in front of which Vishananda have no relevance at all. He stands for Prasiddhi. So Taittiriya Upanishad also declares this. In Taittiriya Upanishad we find Soshnute sarvan kaman saha brahmana vipashtiteti saha, that jnani sarvan kaman saha shnute. He enjoys all the sense objects simultaneously. How? Brahmana vipashtiteti, in the form of Brahma, which is Chaitanya Swarupa. Because he is the very basis of all the bhoktas, the Chaitanya. All bhogas have to fall at the altar of Chaitanya, Brahma only. So in this manner, he gains all Vishayananda. So with this, the statement of Prajapati is over. Yaha Atma Apahata Papma Vijaraha Vimruttu Vishokaha Vijighatsaha Apipasaha Satyakamaha Satyasankalpaha Saha Anveshtavyaha Saha Vijijñasitavyaha Saha Sarvanscha Lokan Apnoti Sarvanscha Kama. This 871 mantra was elaborately commented upon by Vidyaranyamuni up to this stanza 11. This is the statement which was heard by Devas and Asuras. Naturally, everyone wants to have the best. Everyone would like to accomplish the best. And so also Devas and Asuras decided that they should gain this knowledge, and their kings, Virochana, the Asura's king, Devendra, Deva's king, Indra, so they volunteered to go to Prajapati and gain the knowledge. Etat Prajapatirvakyam Shrutva Devasurastada Ubhayepi Bubutsantaha Paramatmanamadara. Prajapatehi etat vakyam Shrutva tada devasuraha ubhaye api bubhutsantaha. Ubhaye api, thereafter take Paramatmanam adarat bubhutsantaha ubhaye api Paramatmanam adarat bubhutsantaha. Prajapatihi etad vakyam. This vakya, this statement of Prajapati, which he has made in his Sansad, his royal assembly, Shrutva, having heard, through some means they got this news. Through someone they must have got this news. Like no, in olden days, Narada used to go from place to place. Somebody might have reported. It need not be Narada only. So somebody might have, some rishi or somebody might have reported this news to Devas and Asuras. So Prajapatehi etad vakyam Shrutva, having heard, tada, at that time, Devasuraha, Devas and Asuras. So Ubhaye api, both. What did they do? Paramatmanam. This Paramatma, having known which one gains Sarvan Lokan and Sarvan Kaman. Actually, they are interested in Sarvan Lokan and Sarvan Kaman. So everyone is interested in the result and not the means or the effort, but without the effort, result is not gained, therefore they have to take to the effort. Ubhayepi, both, paramatmanam bubutsantaha, desire to know, bodhum ichha bubutsa, desire to know is bubutsa. So bubutsantaha, they desire to know how. Adara also means earnestness, not simply respect here, it also means earnestness. So therefore adara means with earnestness. They were so intent to gain the knowledge of Paramatma so that they can also gain Sarvan Lokan and Sarvan Kama. Now the question is, did all of these go to Prajapati? No. So their leaders went there. So there we find in the Shruti 872 that Indra and Virochana, they told their subjects that if you permit, so we will go and gain the knowledge. There the mantra is like this, 872. Tad ha ubhaye devasuraha anububudhire. So both devas and asuras, tad ha, that one means what? The statement of Prajapati, anububudhire, they came to know. Through someone they came to know. Te hochuhu, then among them the king Indra and Virochana, they said, Hanta. Hanta here is explanatory in the sense, if you permit us, if you permit me, like Yadi Anumati hi bhavatam, if you agree. Indra told Devas, if you agree. So Virochana told Asuras, if you agree, Hanta. Tam Atmanam Anvichamaha. So we will investigate into the nature of Atma, we will gain the knowledge of Atma, we will see Atma. Which Atma? Yam Atmanam Anvishya, having known which Atma or having investigated into the nature of which Atma, Sarvansya Lokan Apnoti, Sarvansya Kamaniti. All the lokas are gained, all the desires are fulfilled, all Vishayandas are gained. Iti. So, this is what they said. And of course, Devas and Asuras have given their consent, and therefore, Indroha eva Devanam Abhipravraja. Among the Devas, Indraha vai Abhipravraja. So, Indra proceeded to Prajapati to gain the knowledge. At the same time, Virochanaha Asurana, among the Asuras, Virochana, so left to Prajapati. How did they go? Certainly they have to trace they have to go through the same route to go to Prajapati, to Satyaloka. So how did they go? Certainly they must have on the same path and they must be close by also, but how they went? They are born enemies. Asamvidano. Asamvidano means without communicating with each other. Indra must have kept as a secret. So let me go to Prajapati and gain this knowledge. And he must have thought Virochana must be going somewhere, or he may be going to Prajapati for something else. And Virochana must have thought the same thing. So therefore, without communicating with each other, without talking to each other, not that they are observing Mauna. So, because of enmity, so without talking to each other, again without mutual goodwill, without any goodwill, vying with each other, so that I will gain the knowledge, I will gain the knowledge, and then vying with each other, inside of course in their mind only. So they went to Prajapati. How they went? Eva Samitpanihi. Samitpanihi, with the Samit in the hand. To whom they went? Prajapati Sakasham Ajagmatuhu. They came near Prajapati. So they came. And when Prajapati saw them with Samitpani, he didn't ask why you have come, because it is clear. Who goes to a master with Samitpani? A student who is desirous of gaining the knowledge. So therefore, without inquiring, he asked both of them to live a life of brahmacharya. To live a life of brahmacharya. So the very Samitpani itself indicates, like, a youngster who always walks with a tight collar. If you see him with a thali bag in the hand going to market, it means the fellow has got married recently. Otherwise he never cared to help the mother, but now he is going to get something from the market. Or in Bombay, if you find groups, a group of some Gujarati ladies wearing white saris, you can infer somebody is dead, they are going for mourning. So like that. Samitpani. With the moment he saw the Samit in their hand, he asked them to live a life of brahmacharya so that they can get rid of their duritas and make their mind ready to gain the knowledge. Devarajo Sureshascha Tvaudva Vindra Virochano Satyalokam Prapya Tasmin Asevetam Prajapatim. Anvaya. Devarajaha Asureshascha Tau Dvau Indra Virochanau Satyalokam Prapya Tasmin Sandhiya. Tasmin asevetam becomes tasmin nasevetam. Anvaya is tasmin prajapatim asevetam. These two, who are those? Devarajaha, Devanam Rajaha, the king of Devas. Other one is Asureshascha. Asureshascha is Asuranam Ishaha, the king of Asuras. Those two, Dvau, those two, what are their names? Namely, Indra Virochana. Indra and Virochana, these two, those two, where they reached Satyalokam Prapya. Having reached Satyaloka, what did they do? Tasmin, in that means in that Satyaloka, Satyaloke Prajapatim Asevetam. Both of them, Asevetam, both of them served the Prajapati as brahmacharis. Asevetam is derived from save, sevate, resort to. Save, sevate, first conjugation, Atmanepada, and asevetam is imperfect past tense, third person dual. Imperfect past tense, third person dual of save, sevate, first conjugation. Both of them served the Prajapati as brahmachari. How many years? Not 1 or 2 years. 32 years. And those 32 years, not our 32 years. 32 years of devas, devatas. Heavenly 32 years, which correspond to 32 into 360 human years. So there in the Shruti we find Tauha Dvatrimshata Varshani Brahmacharyam Ushatuhu. So they lived a life of Brahmacharya for 32 years. 873. Further, Tauha Prajapatihi Uvacha. So Prajapati, having seen them living the life of Brahmacharya, of course Prajapati himself has told them, and having seen them living that satisfactorily for 32 years, considering or thinking now they must be ready to gain the knowledge, he teaches them. Tauha means to them both. Prajapati uvacha. Prajapati teaches what? Yaha eshaha akshini purushaha drishyate eshaha atma iti uvacha. So yaha eshaha akshini purushaha drishyate. This purusha who is seen in the eyes, that is what Atma is. So this is what Prajapati taught to who? These Indra and Virojana. These two mantras are being elaborated now in 14 and 15. Dvatrimshad varsha sevataha Prasannosau Prajapatihi Akshilakshitam Atmanam Tabhyam Dvabhyam Avochata. There, correction, in your book, Avochataha, Visarga is there. Remove that Visarga, it is Avochata. Tabhyam, Dvabhyam, Avochata. Take the Anvaya. Asau Prajapati Dvatrimshad Varsha Sevataha Prasannaha Tabhyam Dvabhyam Akshilakshitam Atmanam Avochata. Akshilakshitam Atmanam Avochata. Asau Prajapati, this Prajapati, what did it do? Being happy with their service as brahmacharis. How many years? Dvatrimshad Varsha Sevataha. On account of seva, the service rendered by Indra and Virojana for 32 years. Prasannaha, being pleased with their service for 32 years as brahmachari. What did he do? Tabhyam Dvabhyam, to them both, to Indra and Virojana. By this time of completion of 32 years, living a life of brahmacharis and serving Prajapati in a Gurukula, Indra and Virojana might have forgotten their enmity, and certainly they must be living as co-disciples. So that is the result of the life of brahmacharya. So, and both possibly might have approached Prajapati also and requested that you are to teach us, etc., whatever it may be. So Prajapati finding them or taking them to be fit, actually they were not yet fit, but Prajapati considered that they are fit, and therefore Tabhyam Dvabhyam, to them both. So akshilakshitam atmanam avochata. Avochata, taught. He told Atma. Which Atma? Akshilakshita. Akshilakshita means Akshupalakshita, indicated by Akshi, the eye. Akshi means Chakshu. The Atma, Purusha, indicated by the eye. So he taught them. Means Yogi, Akshilakshita means Yogi bhihi Akshini Vibhavyamanam Sarvasakshinam Paramatmanam. The Paramatma with the Sakshi, the witness, the illuminator of everything, and who is Yogi bhi Akshini Vibhavyamanam, by yogis. Yogis here means dhyayis, those who are meditators. Those meditators, Akshini, in the Akshi eyes, Vibhavyamanam, that Atma who is ascertained in the eyes, that Atma he pointed out, he taught. In the sense, with, of course, Vidyaranya Muni is going to clarify it further, what is meant by Akshilakshita Atma. It is more or less on the basis of Kenopanishad, Chakshushaha Chakshu, Shrotrasya Shrotram, Maso Manoyat, Vachoha Vacham, Sahu Pranasya Pranaha, Chakshushaha Chakshu, the eye of the eye, the principle because of which the eyes are able to see. So eyes give you the Vishayakara Antakarana Vritti, and these Vishayakara Antakarana Vrittis are made known, illumined by Chaitanya Rupa Atma. So therefore the Sakshi, the witness, the revealer of these.